Let's do some more dark history, and let's travel to France in the year 1358 with the brutal peasant uprising against the nobles, known simply as Jacquerie. Did you know this was a particularly rough time for peasants in France, and it all came at a critical time during the 100 Years' War? That King John II had been captured by the English in battle, and they'd had several large battle defeats that had completely discredited the French nobility. This was made worse by an Anglo-French truce, which led to the rape and pillage of the countryside by large mercenary forces of the English, who were even abetted by the French nobilities in some case. Ugh. But the straw that broke the camel's back was when the peasants became completely outraged at the nobles' demands for heavier payment of dues and an order from the future King Charles V that the peasants had to refortify the castles of the very noblemen who oppressed them. So on May the 21st, 1358, an uprising started near Compiègne and quickly spread through the countryside to devastating and brutal effect. The peasants then joined forces with some Parisian rebels, and under their leaders Guillaume Caille and Etienne Marcel, they broke their way in and destroyed several castles, and in a veritable frenzy of bloodlust they put all the noble inhabitants out, abused, tortured, and slaughtered them all, men, women, and children alike. One account says how a knight was drawn out of his castle and then slaughtered in front of his wife and child, and then put on a spit and roasted like a pig. Jesus Christ, who wants to watch their dad get spit roasted? Anyway, the account goes on to say that they then fed the woman and child the meat of their father and husband and then killed them in the most miserable of fashions. Jesus Christ, I wonder if the rebels will win. No! On June the 9th, the Parisian rebels were defeated and all killed in battle. On June the 10th, the next day, the last of the peasant forces was dispatched, and the nobles, to stop the peasants doing this again, decided to brutally slaughter 20,000 of them to send a message. Well, I'm sure there's a moral to this story. Never watch if your dad's getting spit roasted. I think it's probably